what's up, YouTube? I hope you enjoyed that little clip, man. I'm in the caves for the first time. The caves here is called Subtropolis. They call themselves the largest underground commercial office park in the world or something, whatever. Commercial business park. But anyway, I just figured this is my first time here. Maybe a lot of you might have never been here before, your first time or whatever. I figured I'd just film me going through it. Then as I was editing, doing a time lapse, I heard the sound, and I didn't remember until I heard the sound that KO did one of those, like an F1 truck or whatever back in the day, and I was like, oh man, that's what KO did, and you know, it just sounds awesome. So hope you enjoy that little tidbit of the cave. And you know, surprisingly, going into that cave, you know, you hear story. I got a buddy who works in the caves a lot, and he's told me about them. This is the one in Kansas City, Missouri. Like I said, it's called Subtropolis. There's a pilot right outside of it, which is where I'm at now. I'm going to stay here for the night. If you hear that train, I'm sorry. But, anyhow, you know, you hear the stories about the caves, and you kind of wonder what it's like being in there and all that good jazz. And but then once you get in there, you realize, yeah, it was a little tight, especially when I was going to back up. When you saw there towards the end there, I was getting really close to that pillar on the right-hand side. But basically, I mean, there's some truck stops have less room than that, so it was just intimidating, right? I guess the first time for anything is kind of intimidating, but once you get in there, you realize you got plenty of room, and it wasn't too bad to get in the dock that I was in. I had an easy dock, I guess. I was in dock 30, which was like at the end of that one pillar, and there was a 3 slot, like in between pillars. There was three docks in there. There was one in 28. 29 was empty. I was supposed to get in 30. So I had 2 spots to get in there pretty good. So I had to worry about hitting another truck or nothing. But so it wasn't bad. Oh, what is today? Wednesday. This load here is going to Van Buren, Ohio. It was a live load here. I mean, I got on site. I was supposed to be here at 1 o'clock. But this morning, I mean, everything was going fine. I dropped off my load at Walmart in Harrisonville, Missouri this morning. I couldn't, they had 2 empties there. There was on a mud lot. It was too muddy. They said, if you get stuck, we're not pulling you out. So I went ahead and put an exception in, and that guy picked up an empty right up here at FedEx down the road here, and I came in here to get loaded. So, but on the way here, well, for starters, I lost an hour at Walmart this morning, or earlier today, because of all that hoopla that I had to, oh, shit, sorry. I had to, you know, of course, put the exception in and say, hey, I can't get an empty here. I can't access them. I had to wait for the response and to get another place for a pickup. So I lost about an hour there to begin with. And then on the way up here on 435 North, about just, I'm 7 miles from my exit. 4 lanes of traffic goes to a standstill. Granted, the far right one was an exit only lane, so we got 3 lanes of traffic, and on the CB, you find out the 2 right lanes are closed. So I lose about 45 minutes in this traffic, but when we get there, there's no reason or rhyme of why that, or at least not visual to us, I guess the passerbys. There was just a cop car there on the front, a cop car there in the back. They had it coned off. Maybe there's bridge damage that happened we don't know about, but they had 2 right lanes closed. There was no evidence of rescue trucks or EMS or anything like that. So I don't know why they were closed, but I lost 45 minutes there. So I wound up getting, so my appointment was at 1 o'clock. I got there at about 1:20. I got on site, right here on site at 1:20. And then I went through that cave over there. Come to find out, I went to the spot 240, which is where I was supposed to go. But come to find out, I was in the wrong cave. My cave was over there, 2 other entrances. I confused my address for 8800, which what it was supposed to be 8800, and I confused it for 8600, so I went to the wrong cave. Anyway, inside the cave, you can go out there, and I got to the right place. Then I had to go back around, turn around, so I could have a site side backing. But after I found the place, it was like 1:45, so I'm 25 minutes on the site trying to figure out where to find the place. Once I realized, about oops. Then I go in there and I check in, and then I finally get into a door. I'll tell you exactly what time I got into the door. I got into the door at 2:21 local time. So I waited in that office for 45 minutes, nearly 45 minutes, before I finally get assigned to a door. I'll say give it about 10 minutes prior to that. I got assigned to a door, but the other 10 minutes for me getting into the door and so forth. Because I had to go turn around and get repositioned and all that stuff. So, but then it took them an hour and a half to load me. And voila, now I'm here. It's I suppose I'm 690 miles away from Van Buren, Ohio. It's supposed to be delivered tomorrow, Thursday evening. I'm not going to be able to cover that much mileage in one day in a 65-mile-an-hour governed truck. So I tried to call them. I tried to get out. There's no service inside the caves either, so I couldn't call my TL or anybody to let them know this, because I got out of the cave like right at 10 minutes to 5 Eastern time, and the office was closed at 5 o'clock, and I held on in the queue for about 5 after 5, and I just hung up. I was like, they already left. So I wasn't able to contact anybody there. I'll contact them all in the morning, because I'm not going to deal with I'm not going to deal with after hours. Overnight services just suck. So I will deal with them in the morning. But then I get out here to the scale. Here at this pilot, I go to weigh myself. Even though the paperwork says 21,000 pounds, my work order says like 6,000 pounds. It's too big of a discrepancy not to just double check. But it said payment failed. So my EFS card got deactivated again. So I don't know, because a couple months back it got deactivated. Weird activity or something like that. And I told them, I was like, what the hell are you talking about? This has been a year I've had this card. And they was like, well, this time of year usually scammers, skimmers, all that crap or whatever. So someone had fraudulently tried to use it or something, and they deactivate it. They don't contact you. They don't let you know they deactivate it. They just do it. So I get here, contact failed, payment failed. I was like, okay, well, crap. Let me just check. I don't need fuel, but let me go through the process in the app of getting fuel to see if that works, because it'll say the same damn thing. Payment failed. If it doesn't go, it'll let you go so far. So you don't have to get to the finish. It'll let you go so far. So, and it happened to my app too. So apparently my EFS card got deactivated. Now, I don't know if it was because of what we just said, a potential scam somewhere, or my DCL did send me a message earlier, said, yeah, he's available now, give me a call when you can, and I haven't been able to, because, you know, I was already pushing to catch up for the lost time to get to the load, and then I was in that fucking cave for 4 hours, and couldn't, or three and a half hours or whatever, no service. So he may have deactivated it just to get my attention, which some DTLs will do that if you don't contact him. But I tried to call him for the past couple of days. He's just been busy, so I don't think that's the case. I think my fuel card's deactivated because of potential fraudulence activity. I'll find that out tomorrow. Like I said, again, first thing I do in the morning when I get ready to work is I'll call in, talk to him, and update him on everything. And the last time, because the only way you can get they can't reactivate that card. The only way you can get a new one is go into an OC and speak to driver services. But the last time this happened, I went in Charlotte. He gave me an extra one. So I have an extra one in my wallet put away, with a fresh number. So when I ain't got to worry about going by an OC. I do got to get fuel tomorrow in Effingham, Illinois. I mean, I could, if I need to, I could stop by the Edwardsville, Missouri or Illinois OC to get a new card, but the card I have, like I said, it was an extra, so it should work fine. And I'm watching this guy try to get fuel. Now this pilot's got big islands, wide islands, right? Which is good. Problem is they don't have long enough hoses. Like on the driver's side, he's like right in the middle of the lane. He's not his fault. He's not too close to the driver's side. He's not too close to the passenger side. He's right in the middle of the lane. I just saw him. The hose will not stretch on the passenger side to go into his tank. So now he's got to readjust. The problem with him readjusting the way he's adjusting is he has the driver's side hose in his tank. Looks like he's got plenty enough slack. Yeah, he's good. Okay. I was just kind of worried. I was watching that hose, see if it was going to pop out. But yeah, he's actually, it looks like Yeah, it's just not long enough. So he had to back up some just to get perfectly aligned. And now he's in there now, but the hose is taut, man. I mean, it's tight. So I don't know why they being skimpy on the hoses, especially when you have wide islands like this. Now, if this was a normal island, then it wouldn't be that big of a problem. This is a wide island, so they should have a longer hose. Anyway, we deal with that shit all the time as truckers. The pump over here don't line up with that pump over here. They're kind of off kilter. And I know all trucks have different diesel tank location fill-uppers, hose, or whatever. So not everybody's. It's just a pain you got to deal with in truckers. You got to pay attention to what your fuel pump situation looks like as you're pulling in, so you can park accordingly. So anyway, now I'm rambling. Holidays are over with. Hope everybody had a great holiday. New Year's is coming up. To me, it's just another day, and I'll be out here working. So I appreciate all you watching. Appreciate all the support on the channel, and hope the rest of your holiday seasons, if you celebrate New Year's and so forth, then hope it all goes well. You stay safe, have fun, and get back to work. Damn it! Later, guys.